I bought a VHS from the Sill Road Part 2, audio narration. Part 1. So if you're watching this, it means you followed directions.
Bear with me a second, I don't say that lightly.
I've been dealing with some serious tunnel vision. I haven't been sleeping. If you had watched the video you purchased first, you'd either be dead, not care at all, or screwed. Whatever. I need it to end. My name is Harry. Editor's note, Harry is interrupted by the sound of glass breaking nearby. I still can't believe it's real. My girlfriend is making us dinner in our apartment's kitchen, but she has no head. It's like, there's blood, not so much as earlier, but I saw some on the cutting board and the onions. My throat is parched, I haven't had water in days. She won't let me. I watched that video. The first time, it was just static, I thought it was junk, seeing faces in it the static, getting lost in it. It was junk. Life seemed entirely normal. Then, Eileen started acting different almost immediately, like strange, stumbling around, forgetting what she was doing, who I was, who she was. Things weren't bad though, it was all more or less the same. Editor's note, there is another crash from the kitchen, interrupting Harry. He is visibly afraid. I figured I missed something on that tape, so put it on again. Ursula, Eileen's mother, appeared on that tape the second time I threw it on. I cannot stress it enough. Don't watch the tape. Ursula called me an abuser, which has never been true. I knew the video couldn't be real, but when it ended, Ursula took out a knife and started hacking at her own freaking damn neck. I had to shut it off. It took hours to calm myself down, it still burned into my brain. I even lit some lavender candles. Finally, when Eileen got home from work, I went to greet her. As she took off her long coat, my stomach churned, and I almost fell over. She was entirely without a head, walking around with nothing but a bloody hole where her neck had been. It was horrifying, the metallic stink of blood mingling with the lavender. I just need this to end. Editor's note, Harry gets up and goes off camera. He reappears with an overweight gray cat. The cat is docile as he pets its head. Mimi, our cat, she doesn't deserve this. I didn't go to bed all night. When she realized I wasn't going to lie down, Eileen got up and blocked the front door with her arms crossed. That was Friday, last night. She dragged me to bed. I tried to fight, but she has this freaky supernatural strength. I can still taste blood from when she hit me. Editor's note, the cat leaves Harry's embrace, and he rubs his jaw in silence for a moment. Things are, they're bad. Harry continues, today is Sunday. It'll be the last day. Eileen's love language has always been cooking. As long as I've known her, she's loved to cook, though she doesn't always have the time. But when she does, she likes to cook. That developed into her wearing lingerie while she prepares dinner. It's, an obvious signal, even on my most unwitted days. When she came home, the aroma of Szechuan pepper wafted through the apartment, mingling with the faint scent of lavender from the candles. She was in her black and blue lingerie and began cooking. But seeing her like that, headless and moving around with nothing but a bloody gape where her neck had been. Editor's note, Harry forces a chuckle and appears to be fighting back tears. She keeps putting on that damn tape, rewinds it and plays it again over and over. I don't think I can go through with it tonight. It's too much. How am I supposed to continue with things going like this? Mia doesn't deserve it, I don't deserve it. This needs to end. Editor's note, Harry lifts the camera and takes it into the hallway. The lens pans and stops on a headless woman, wearing blue garter-style lingerie, cutting up carrots in the kitchen. A knife hits the cutting board in rhythmic and unsettling repetition. The woman turns to him, clenches her fist, and stomps her foot in a show of frustration. Oh shit, she's pissed, Harry says. This is it, no matter what, things are finally ending. The camera blurs as he rushes toward the door. There's a brief scramble, followed by a frustrated groan of pain as the camera falls to the floor. The headless woman drags Harry off the screen. His muffled grunts and shouts pair with what sounds like a wardrobe being thrown to the ground. The camera continues to roll for another 5 minutes. I listened to this part to see if I could find anything else, and around the 9-minute 40-second mark, there's a disembodied static scream, like a radio broadcast of a woman. It does not appear to be coming from the bedroom. Police will be at my apartment soon, so I'll quickly go into what happens next. The footage shows the food Eileen was cooking, boiling over into the camera view, red like mapo tofu, hissing and bubbling. The boiling crimson sauce and it spilling over are the only other noises besides the disembodied scream. Eileen approaches the camera. Her bra is gone, and her bare breasts dangle as she bends over to pick it up. She drags her feet while leading the camera lens to the bedroom. Harry is tied to the bed with bondage ropes. He is entirely nude, and his head appears nearly severed from his shoulders, lolling to the side. Blood is everywhere. His lifeless stare seems to gaze into the black static of a television set. If you hold a mirror up, it is too small in the recording to make out what exactly is happening in the static, but it appears to be many red shapes bouncing around. Humanoid faces could be seen in the blur. The VHS tape runs out and the screen goes entirely black. The woman reaches into her neck and begins yanking. She pulls out a section of her spine, causing her entire body to buckle. More of her spine is removed, and skin and boneless meat pour onto Harry's body like a liquid. The flesh hitting the bed is wet and heavy. She collapses onto him, and the camera continues to run, capturing this grotesqueries for another 40 minutes, then the recording ends.